it's late, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. I've got time to talk to you tomorrow. Merry Christmas, everybody. I've got a little bit more time to talk to you now as I'm walking up to the Christmas pub sesh that we do every year, as you know. All the family go to the pub at 12 o'clock on Christmas Day. I rock up, cement my position as favourite grandchild, and then leave. Yesterday, we set off quite early in the morning. Laura drove up to Nottingham. We're staying at her parents over Christmas, and then we're going to Norfolk to stay with Dad. So we drove up, dodged the traffic. It was supposed to be really bad traffic, but I think we did quite well, to be honest with you. And then yesterday we were just kind of chilling in the house, waiting for everyone to arrive, eating and all that stuff that you normally do on Christmas Eve. Went to the pub in the evening, me and Laura did, and met with some friends like Shawnee Boy and whatnot, which was a hoot as per usual. And now it's Christmas Day and I'm heading to the pub again. I spent a lot of time in pubs over Christmas. So went to the pub, and for a gin and tonic and a large glass of wine, it was just over £5. You get change from £6. Bristol, you're talking like 12 quid minimum for that kind of shit. So the glass of wine itself would be 8 quid, let alone the gin and tonic. Friggin' miss it, man. Miss these prices up here, up north. Otherwise, we sorted all of our stuff, me and Laura did, 2 days ago while we're still in Bristol. Because there's no point bringing it up here just to unpack it, just take it back down again. So we had our own little Christmas Day 2 days ago. And I got a little skateboard, and I'm like, God damn, I wish I could bring my skateboard here. It was, to be fair, it is a little bit wet though. And these batteries, I'm going to ask for my birthday some new camera batteries, all sorted. Living the dream, catch up with Nana and the family and whatnot. Heading back for Christmas dinner. Yummy! So I need to make some room. I only have a small lemonade because I don't want to get filled up with bubbles, you know. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Next day, Boxing Day. We travelled to Norfolk. We've got a little hotel room, which is just here, nothing special. But yeah, we drove over here, went to Dad's for a little bit. We haven't got room in Dad's for us to stay, unfortunately. So we're here. I had dinner and lunch and whatnot, and then we travelled back to back here. Tomorrow we've got a lot of walking, and we're going out for dinner at a restaurant. So busy. We've just been watching Big Fat Quiz of the Year in bed, having a cup of tea out of the horrendous cup of tea. This is one of them hotels that you try not to look too closely at stuff, you know. Little seals, little bubbers. Can just about get 20 times and it doesn't look like absolute trash. Oh look, it's moving. Oh, aren't these such weird animals?
Not really evolved very well, have
they? No, not really. They come back. Here we go, en route back. I'll leave Laura in the car because we've got so much shit in the car. One of us has to guard it. So I don't even need a wee, but we're halfway, so we're going to swap drivers, you know. It's her time to go in. I wasn't very good though. I'm really picked. I went in, got myself a salad, and I'm like, I kind of want a drink and I kind of want something sweet, but I don't know what to get. So now Laura's gone in to go get her own stuff, and I've asked her if she can get me something sweet and or a drink. So I'm shit. I'm useless at that kind of shit. We basically headed straight on out today. We got up in the morning, went to Costa for breakfast, came back, packed the car. Dad came and gave us the presents and stuff, because we didn't want to leave. We had a lot of stuff in the boot, parked in the car park, but then the boot was full, so we didn't want to put stuff in the boot unless, long story short, he kept some stuff at the house and then he brought them to us so we could head off. Yeah, and then we've rolled on, we're on the M6 now, 2 hours away from Bristol, roughly. A fucking long drive from Norfolk, man, it takes forever. We're home, ladies and gentlemen. I need to quickly change my battery. This was how we made it look like we were in the house. We had it plugged into a special, one of the smart plugs, so that we could control when it was on and when it wasn't on. Oh, you is a trip hazard, my boy. So when we got back to base, we had to go to the shop to go get some milk and some stuff for dinner. Not that light switch, this light switch. And I took the old skateboard. The one thing about the skateboard, which is a bit difficult, is when you push it, my default stance on my longboard is to put my foot, let me just balance myself, about there. So I push it, and then go like that, and then I just like either fall off it or like that. So I need to get used to that part of it, you know, that aspect. Otherwise, fam, it's dope AF. Dope AF. So since we got back, we haven't really unpacked the suitcase, which isn't great. But we've been going through basically all of our Christmas stuff again. Oh, didn't realise I got a load of chocolate and cookies and stuff up here, which is dope. Dope. But also setting up my new favourite toy, which is a little Google Home hub thing, boink, which is dope. And it's just like chilling with pictures of us now, which is nice. Which is very nice. And basically just like sorting stuff out in here. So I've moved all my tools into my new toolbox. We set up Laura's Switch / my Switch, but Laura's Switch mainly. In the dream, just having a chilled out sesh. We watched a film, the BFG. Watched the BFG, which I thought was actually really good. Which was really funny. And chillaxed, you know, just chilled right down to the core. Now it's bedtime, and I think we're gonna regret not moving stuff back to where it belongs. Oh, Laura's in a rabbit onesie. We're back now, and it's time now to go and have a good weekend before. Wait, no, we're not going. Oh, me was thinking that we're going back to work on Monday, but we're not, are we? We're going back to work on Wednesday. Which is cool. I'm all right with that, my boy. We're gonna go shopping though tomorrow. I've got to pick up some deliveries, one at John Lewis and one in town, which is annoying. We need to go pick up a printer. That's the other thing we need to buy. But yeah, we've been doing some Christmas sale shopping, you know. And then also tomorrow pack away all this crap. So, and the suitcase full of crap as well. A weird day today, since it's actually like late. It's the morning of the day after. So, Jamie, remember to move this bit of the video into its own folder so that my automated vlog script puts the right date on it. So, yeah, what did we do today? We got up really early so that we could go into town. We needed to pick up some stuff. I ordered some jeans, 2 pairs of jeans, both of which I'm taking back because they don't fit me. And no, one of them fits me, but it doesn't have an elasticated like bit near your ankle, so I can't get my heel through it. Pisses me off big time. I don't know why you do skinny jeans and then do a skinny fucking ankle bit, because then you can't get your heel through. We then did a little bit of shopping, and then we headed on to Cribs to go pick up a Christmas tree which we've ordered, and we also bought a printer. My printer is in there and not working. It's like starting to break, so we got a printer, got that set up. Also, really fucking irritates me when companies like Canon try and make you download a load of shit software just to connect a printer. I'm like, turn on, it says download this software, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Go through this, go through this, go through this. Right, do I need drivers for this? No, I don't. I don't need drivers. Carry on. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right, manual settings, connect it to the Wi-Fi. Bang, connect it to the Wi-Fi, manual. It's like, to connect to the Wi-Fi, download this thing and it'll send it to it automatically. I'm like, I could type a Wi-Fi password. God damn it. Import it, connected it to the Wi-Fi, synced it across. It's on the IP now, it's on the network. I got Google Wi-Fi to lock it down to a certain number of thingies, so it's only addressable by the main computers and me. So it's like, it's what I've whitelisted our 2 phones and 2 laptops and Atlas. Job done. So yeah, a pet peeve of mine is when people try and make you download stuff for no reason. And I looked at the app in like the Windows Store, and it's basically just links to websites. And you're like, well, I could just Google this if I needed it. No. It's by the by. Set that up, and then Laura was doing a load of work this afternoon, so I was pottering around, put like the washing away, sorted out the printer, went out, got bread, all that kind of crap. It's weird because it's a Saturday, but we went shopping as if it's a Monday, so our brains are like fucked. We don't know what day it is or where or when. Don't know what's going on. What else? And then otherwise, we watched Bird Box, the film, Netflix film. Really good. Really enjoyed it. So watch away if y'all like a good like suspenseful thriller thing. It's not a horror film. I can't get Laura to watch horror films. I'm trying to like edge her up to it, you know. That's why I'm talking to you so late, because I was watching that. Cool. Otherwise then, ladies and gentlemen, no. When are we ending this video? It's been a lot of days, but it's been a lot of short days, so we'll keep rolling. I know Atlas 2.0 was basically my Christmas treat, but My second Christmas treat has also arrived. I've got some new speakers for my desk because these speakers are too big for when I want to upgrade my monitors. So I want to get, these are 20, that's 24, that's 23. I want to get two 27s and like let them take up the whole room, but these will fit underneath the monitors is the plan. And as much as I love like these like bookshelf style speakers, I just don't need them, you know, it's just unnecessary. Also the printer can go now, and this thing here is like 99% broken. You can't read the screen, the volume thing doesn't really work, it's ancient. The volume that I play them at is so low that it's just unnecessary for me to have a loud one, you know. Obviously I need to set up the desk, but they are so much smaller. Not gonna lie, they don't sound as good as, oh I should get my phone actually, as the ones I've just replaced, but that wasn't the goal. I just wanted ones that were smaller and not overly loud. So I had the other ones just on low volume nearly all the time, and those ones, they are a lot quieter naturally, so in like their operating volume much more than the other ones were, which were a lot lower than their operating volume, if that makes sense. Look at this, look, it's like a new age on this desk now. It's got two little small speakers in the corners. I've had those big speakers for literally years. We have so much recycling and whatnot in the house. God damn, after Christmas that we've got. And the problem is as well that not only do we have a lot of recycling, we have a lot of like normal bin, because we weren't here when the bins were emptied. And we didn't want to leave the bin out in the street because it looked like we weren't here. So it's just a sacrifice we make. Otherwise, I am a tad bored. I feel like I should be doing some programming, but I can't get into it. So, what shall I do? Shall I take my little skateboard out for a little run? We moved the Google Home up here because we've got the Home Hub downstairs now. The best bit is you can broadcast to each other. So Laura was upstairs and my phone was upstairs. And I broadcasted up so that she could add something to the shopping list while I still remembered it. Genius. If we used Google's shopping list, then we'd be able to just add it with that, but we don't. So, just to get really not in the mood to do any programming. So, I need to get back on it though in the new year. So I am going to go on my little skateboard. It's still a little bit bright, you know. Maybe the skate park's free. Who knows? I could take this with me as well. Go down on this and come back on it. No, that's not how you practice. And two, I need to take the motors off and make this wheel better. Problem I have with this skateboard, right? I mean, like, look how fucking easy it is to carry is one thing. The main problem I have is I'm so used to it's not even like I'm used to longboards actually. I'm used to a longboard that weighs 10 kilograms and has brakes. And I've never had a skateboard before. I've never been able to skate a skateboard in my life. So it's quite a significant step change. And I keep feeling like I would prefer it to be a longboard. That's because I'm just not used to it, you know? It's because I'm not used to it. And I just want to get back to what I'm used to, you know? But I'm alright at it, you know? Look at that! That's pretty cool. But this would be a lot more comfortable if it was a longboard, but only because I'm not used to this, you know? I think that's the only real reason. Look at that! That's dope! It's significantly different to get used to. And therefore, like, at the moment, it's not much quicker than walking most of the time. So I'm like, I could just take my longboard there. Like when I said, you know, I was like, I could take my longboard down there. I was like, no, you need to get used to this. Because the idea is, this is basically, I carry it with me all the time, and I just bust it out, you know? So, take the bus to work, bust it out. The skate park is like literally full of children. And I'm like nearly 25 and 6'2", you know, I stick out like a fucking sore thumb. Maybe I'm too old for this shit, who knows? God damn it. This is why I need to book off holiday in the week so that I can go and play there, you know? I think what I'm saying is I'm not unaware of the fact of how old and like quarter life crisis this is. It's fun. I like it. I just want to learn some tricks, you know. I just gotta find places to learn them safely. Otherwise, we tried out one of Laura's Christmas presents was a slow cooker. We had a slow cooked Moroccan chicken casserole and it was lovely. And I have been struggling to get into more. No, actually, I ended up posting a Stack Overflow question trying to solve the problem I'm trying to solve on the computer, which is annoying me. But we'll see if anyone gets back to me on that, because I have no idea if I'm doing something I'm even supposed to be doing, let alone how I'm supposed to be doing it, you know? But yeah, otherwise we're heading off to bed. New Year's Eve tomorrow, which is fun. And yeah, so we just finished what we need to watch. There's I need to watch Black Mirror, the interactive film, and the White Christmas. Just still haven't seen. So let's get on. Again, I'm in a little bit of a funk. I'm trying to get out of my funk by concentrating on solving a problem. The problem I put on GitHub yesterday, Stack Overflow. I'm not quite conveying it properly. Look here. So the problem is, what time is it? That's fine. No need to panic. So the problem is that what I need to do is if you try to perform an operation on a controller that can't perform that operation on that item, i.e. really dumbed down, you go to like person, where think of something where there's a one-to-one relationship and there's only ever one thing. Let's say, right, you've got a thing and it's like person slash ID slash, right, that will give you the person. Right, and it will then give you the type of this thing that you only have one of. Type of key, let's say, right? You can only have like one unique identifier. So, you have one unique identifier apart from the ID, and let's say it's like national insurance number or passport number or something like that. Right, you go to that and it'll say, identification type used, this, passport number. You go, right, okay, slash passport number, and then it gives you all the information about the passport number. So if you try to do a get on passport number when you don't have a passport number, it shouldn't give you a 404, it should give you a C other, because a C other will say there is something, you did hit something correct, but you need to look at this thing, and it'll send you a link to that thing. The problem is, how does one controller, the national insurance number controller, for example, know where the other URL comes from, how to get to that other thing? The way I've been trying to do it is by basically having all of the controllers implement an interface and then injecting that interface into all of the because it means I still need to get access to them. Can't figure out how to give my current controller in some way, shape or form access to the other controllers without having access to itself and therefore a cyclic dependency. That's the problem. That's the real problem here. Unless I give it responsibility for how it's constructed, and that's an anti-pattern. It wouldn't be a problem if I could implement an interface, iResource controller, and say only inject that interface in the scenario where this is the case. But I can't do that. Can I lazy load it? You can't lazily construct something, though. Especially because I'm not even in control of the construction of the top level controller, because it's a fucking controller, and ASP does that for me. It's literally like the top layer. The problem is, this is the thing, the top level controller is the thing that knows the details of how to get information. It knows what its actions are, and I need access to its actions. I can't get access to its actions dynamically. That's what's fucking me over right here. I'm gonna have to use reflection. There is no other way around this, I don't think. I think reflection is the only way of doing this. Because then what I could do is use reflection to scan the repository for a controller. I could just scan the action. I can scan the attributes then, can't I? Okay, I'm solving it with reflection. Alright, I have no idea. I think this is one of the very few scenarios where actually reflection is the correct option. Usually if someone mentions reflection, you need to start being like, what the fuck are you doing? But I feel like this is my only option at this point. Right, so, problem solved. I've now just like hammed it in, done some clever reflection usage to be able to track that, basically scan the repository for the correct resource controller and the correct action without having to directly inject that controller into all the other controllers. Needs must, I should say. A bit of a fluff, bit of a filthy way of doing it. Like in theory it's an edge case, so the performance shouldn't matter that much. And it shouldn't be that slow either, to be honest with you, because of the way I've written it, but we'll get there. Otherwise, we're getting ready to go out for New Year with Beth and Ben, so I need to have just got a delivery in the nick of time because we need to head out. £24 Paul Smith hoodie, t-shirt, looks great. Also, my new hoodie, cool, eh? I'm very on brand today. I've got Tommy Hilfiger top, hoodie, and belt. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year.